shit's funny. It's crazy. People are crazy. People change when people always change when like money's involved. I always notice that. As soon as money's involved, things change. Money is the root of all evil. Money is also where you see who really is about that life. Because money changes a lot of things. That's why I hate the whole thing about money and shit. That's the fucking craziest thing in the world is money. Money this, money that. But you know what? Sometimes money saves you from idiots. Hey Virgo, I got your decks right here. I'm about to show them to you and check them out for the first time. You came just in time. It's our spirit loves us, you know. You can't make this shit up. I literally just went live a minute and 30 seconds, and here you are. So yeah, here it is. The Beetlejuice Tarot Deck and Guide. I always thought Beetlejuice was a fucking nut. And I've always loved Dungeons and Dragons. That was like one of my favorite cartoon things back in the day. Hey Barbie, how you doing? So we're gonna check out these decks for the first time. I haven't even opened them yet. So we're gonna check it out. This one's pretty cool. Here's the little guidebook thingy. It looks like an accordion. I will read your fortune. All right, let's see what these cards look like. That's a cool box. Look at the box. It's pretty cool. I like that. This is what the cards look like on the outside. What the heck is this? Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Maitland Hardware. 9 of Pentacles. It's got like this crazy shit. It's like modernish because it's got like it's got some crazy hoe here. 7 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. It's got some chick looking at herself. It's all in Roman numerals. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles should be like a work type of card, but usually has 3 people. But this chick's got her cell phone in her hand. That's different. I've never seen a 3 of Pentacles like that. Check that 3 of Pentacles. It's like it's like they're dressed up for work, right? And she's got like a cell phone in her hand. That's different. Page of Pentacles is a woman. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. See, this is where they go wrong with these decks. They got some tranny ass shit. Have I seen the movie? Yeah, I saw it years ago. I don't remember it, but I remember seeing it like years and years ago. This is like old as shit. I was like probably like a teenager when I saw this shit. Beetlejuice is what, like 30-something years old, huh? At least. This is a Page of Pentacles, which is a lady, right? Now the Knight is usually a woman. I mean, a woman. Usually a knight is a man, right? So look what they got as the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles says Miss Agent or Miss Urgent. I don't know. Some tranny looking thing. Oh boy, I swear they know how to ruin a deck. Hey, love and life, how you doing? You all right, my friend? This looks like a tranny looking thing too. Knight of Pentacles. At least the Queen of Pentacles is a queen. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles is usually that posh looking chick. You know? King of Pentacles. Business looking guy, mustache. That's more like it. There's only one tranny card in here so far. 10 of Swords. Oh, Lord. Ah. That's interesting. Huh. The 7 of Swords. If you look at that card, right, you can if you're smart and you look at that card, that tells you something about the 7 of Swords. When I look at that, the first thing I said was, "What is he looking at?" Right? And he has socks on and no shoes. So he's like, "Where the fuck's my shoes?" Yeah. Oh, that's good. This is this is a Beetlejuice deck that Virgo got for me. It's called Beetlejuice Tarot Deck and Guide. I'm going through all the cards and I'm making fun of some of them. You know me, I always talk shit. Always talking shit. Hold on a second. Here we go. Close that up. So this going back to this card, see, like he has no shoes on, he's just got socks. And if you look at the like he's like, "Where the hell's my shoes?" Right? And he's like, "Surprise." 7 of Swords is usually like someone robbing you or someone taking shit from you, but I don't really look at it like that. I look at it as if you want to keep your shit to yourself so nobody does get to you. But obviously he got fucked. Look, this is pretty cool. I like this card. It's a 5 of Swords and it says, "I am done." I like that. Whoever did that card is smart. Because the 5 of Swords is like you're so fed up and you don't know what more to do anymore. So you're like, "You know what? I'm fucking done, bro. I'm had enough." So that's pretty cool. That's a good way to like put the 5 of Swords. I like that. I like that. That's pretty cool. And the 4 of Swords is like, rest and recovery. So this chick, she's got her phone right there and she's like resting. She's sleeping. She's like, "Yeah, got my phone in my hand just in case, but I'm going to go for a nap." Marky just left. And then the 3 of Swords is a chick like all depressed, poor thing. I noticed how they put a woman on there. Probably thinking about me and why I left. The 2 of Swords, this don't make any sense. This picture looks weird. So it's 2 people and like a chick like looking through the door, going trying to open up the door. 2 of Swords don't really mean that to me, but I don't know. I look at the pictures a lot, but that would only resonate with somebody like, see, because the 2 of Swords means like, well, yeah, I guess, well, maybe. I don't know. The 2 of Swords to me means like calling a truce and trying to find like your balance and like finding out whether or not something's the way it is type of thing. So maybe this is like, I don't know. That don't really make no sense. That picture don't really make sense. Then you have the Ace of Swords, which is a guy like doing some project or some shit he's doing there. Doing something there. See now, look. See, I don't understand that. So see, look, the Page of Swords is a guy, but that's an older guy. The Page should always be a young person. Some of these cards are like, the pictures are good and they're like cool, but some of them are like, what the fuck you doing? Sometimes I wonder what goes through people's mind when they make a tarot deck. A page is always a younger person. So that guy looks like he's in his like 50s. And then earlier I pulled there was a Knight of Pentacles and it was like a tranny. And now the Knight of Swords is Beetlejuice. See, that don't make no sense. The Queen of Swords looks like she's like up to no good. She's like, fuck around and find out. I'm an Aquarius. It's Aquarius season right now. See what I'm gonna do to your ass when I get a hold of you. Also, when I look at this card, I look at her glove. I'll choke you with this glove so I don't leave no fingerprints on you. And then this is the King of Swords. He looks like a King of Swords. He's got the little hanky in his little pocket there. Thinks he's important, business-like. Looking like, I wonder who's gonna fuck around. All right, so the Ten of Cups is a guy kissing a girl. The Ten of Cups. So I think they fucked up on that too. They should have like, a family like the Ten of Cups is supposed to be. Or maybe the Ten of Cups is him about to, have sex with her and make a family. So that could be it too. Because after all, she does have a wedding ring on. So she's married. She's about to, get impregnated by Clark Kent lookalike. Let me see. It's like the same people. Just people cards here. Let me see what the Cups. See, Two of Cups is kind of dumb. They fucked that up. So. See, this is the Two of Cups. This chick's so happy because she just got like this statue. She's all smiling and shit, but the Two of Cups should have been that other picture. That don't make no sense. But anyway. Then the Ace of Cups is this chick. She's like on her bike. That don't make no sense either. Ace of Cups should be like, a chick like getting all happy and shit. I would not be happy riding to school on a bike. Well, at least they didn't fuck this page up. Page of Cups is like college football guys, see? That's more like it. Guys playing ball. And the Knight of Cups is Beetlejuice again with some chick. See, Knight of Cups, this is a good Knight of Cups, right? Yeah, it's free. It's free. No gas needed. Yeah. And good exercise. See, this is a cool Knight of Cups because a Knight of Cups is like taking a woman out on a date and asking her out. And she's like, I got to go on a date with you, damn it. Oh, well, okay. So that's pretty cool. The Queen of Cups is this couple all the time. This is the same couple that's on all these cards. Look at her ear. Her ears are picking out Wi-Fi through her fucking hair. Wearing that shitty ass dress. Queen of Cups. Looks like a water sign chick. King of Cups is this Binford. He keeps showing up. He looks like somebody who gets emotional. His ears popping out of his hair too, picking up Wi-Fi. All right, let me see what else they got. Oh, this is cool. What is this? Seven of Wands. Yeah, Seven of Wands is like being tired of working and getting things done, and you want to do everything you can to make things happen. See, this is a picture of like a house getting worked on with a crane, where the crane's taking everything up. You can see the wood right there where they're building stuff and putting the house together. So that makes sense. That's pretty good. Oh Lord. Five of Wands. Oh God, look. Five of Wands. Five of Wands is this woman took the goddamn guy's head off. Look, she's got the knife and she chopped his head off. See, Five of Wands is violent behavior. So there she is. Like, hey Marilyn, how you doing? She says, what you mean? The girl in the shitty dress looks like she's a water sign chick. Here she is again. See, I was right about her. She chopped her man's head off. See, typical water sign woman. Most murderous women are water signs because they get emotional and they let their emotions get the best of them, and they do dumb shit like chop off this guy's head. See, I knew I was right about her. uh, let me see. Two of Wands. This is handbook for the recently deceased. Two of Wands. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. They mixed up all these damn things. How the fuck you gonna make a King of Wands a fucking beetle? What the fuck? Look, the King of Wands is a big ass beetle. Are you serious right now? It's some whack ass shit. It's funny though. I think it's. Oh wow! Look at that. Look at this hoe. She's on the Sun card. You know she's a Leo. The Sun is Leo, so you know this definitely looks like a Leo for sure. She kind of looks a little manly. Ugh. Oh god damn. Look. The Sun card. Look. She be looking like one of those old Leos. That hair be all fucked up. She be drinking her martini with the olive in it. Sun card. Who the hell? You ain't gonna make nobody happy. If I walked in and looked at you, I would have been like, you need to show me if you don't have a D. Then we can talk. Oh Lord. Watch the movie. I know I'm only talking shit, brother. I haven't watched the movie for ages, so I wouldn't know any of these things. So I'm just looking at all the cards. I think it's pretty cool how they have all these different things. If I actually saw the movie again, I would understand why they have these pictures on here. But look at the star card. Look, that looks cool. Like she's sliding down the rail, like yay! I'm in Aquarius. I'm crazy. The tower is weird. The tower is like an empty garage looking thing. The devil card is kind of good. Here's the crazy water sign girl again. Temperance. The Wheel of Fortune is the hermit looks hilarious. Look. That's pretty cool. Oh, I like the chariot. The chariot's like pretty much, the right thing. The chariot car is like an old car and they're just driving. That makes sense. How the fuck is this the lovers? What in the world? There's the crazy chick again. Tell you she's a water sign. That's some weird ass shit. The emperor looks the emperor and the empress. Look at that. He wanted to see the empress. Look, some old hag. That ain't no empress. That bitch old as hell. Look at the emperor. The emperor looks realistic. It looks like it's the right thing. But the empress, that ain't no. She must have been a good hoe back in the day. But she be old as hell. What's up, Matt? How you doing? This is a good thing. Is the high priestess is a woman that has a book. So this says the handbook for recently deceased. So that makes sense. The magician, this guy looks like, he's a magician, like he actually pulls shit out of a hat. That's pretty cool. I like it. It's different. See, I like decks like this because it has like different artwork and different like things for different stuff. So it makes sense to me, like why they do it, or it makes sense. Some of it, and some of it, I'm like, what the heck is that? The only card I didn't like was that Page of Pentacles with the tranny on it. I can't handle things like that. That look like some crazy ass. So unless in the movie, maybe that's like one of those people that transform into different things. I guess maybe that's like, maybe they can turn into a guy or a girl or disguise themselves into somebody else or a different person. So I don't know. I'd have to watch the movie again to see if that person's actually like, the definition of a transgender. Let me shuffle them up. Shit, maybe I have water in my chart. I've been super emotional lately. Brandon says, not true, Aries. Yeah, Aries bitches are crazy, yeah. I knew that. I know that for sure. I used to date some, so I know they're crazy. All right, Virgo, I'm going to test these cards out on you. I shuffled them up. So I'm going to test them out on you. Being that you got them for me. I'll pull you 3 cards from now until the weekend. These cards are thick as hell. Man. Or it was thick. Oh, you got good cards. It's not bad. See, that's you. See, well, You look way better than that, but uh, temperance, have patience. You know, if you look at this woman, she's got like this paper, and she's looking at it. She's like, it looks like some wrapping paper or something. That's what it looks like. But she's thinking about something. Temperance means to me like having patience and trying to plan out things, finding the right combination, finding the right, system for you, finding the right way for you, making sure that you can find compatibility in everything you do, or wondering if somebody is the right compatible person for you. But it really is, it's all about like having patience and getting to the end of the issue. Then you got the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is like a person who is like a platonic friend, somebody who's timid, somebody who sees you and like knows you're there but doesn't really say much because they are timid. They have good ideas, and they want to help. They generally are kind, but they just want to do things their way type of stuff. So this person is like someone who's timid, but they like kids, and they try to do whatever they have to do. But people look at them and they're like, I wonder what they think about me. Like they have that way. Like they're kind and they're generous, but like they can be also like kind of standoffish or timid. That's my explanation of the Hierophant. And then you got the World. So the World card on this card means no sense to me, but you know okay, cool. Well, the World card signifies to me is like the person admires you, likes you, thinks you're good looking, thinks that you're compatible with them, thinks that you're somebody who they can deal with, someone who they also like are these cards all together. Now that you said what you said, it could mean that this person likes you, but he has to be very patient, and he thinks that you know what, she's hot, but I wonder if anybody else wants her. So this person might think that because the World card to me is like a woman that is good looking, but she's the ultimate challenge. Like, so he might think you're the ultimate challenge to get or to have because of what he's going through and what you're going through, but he does like you and think you're attractive. So, and if I were to go by this picture, then I would say that you know he's going through a blank place, like he doesn't know what he's getting himself into. You know, he doesn't know what door to go through or what path to go through right now. But when he sees you, he says, "Okay, I might go through that door and see what happens." Because the World card does mean certain things. Like it all depends on the situation. Okay, well, that's probably it. That's why he probably feels you're the ultimate challenge. He'd be like, "Yeah, she's fine, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna have to see what happens." Well, yeah, cool deck. I like that. Thank you very much. That's funny. Had some funny ass pictures in there. I like Beetlejuice. I might watch the movie again when I get a chance so I can actually know what these cards mean more. Because I watched that shit like when I was, Lord knows how old. So then this is the other deck that you got me is the Dungeons and Dragons. And this deck opens up like this. I like that. That's pretty cool. And And it's got a cool little book. Oh, that's nice. It actually has like all the definitions of it. Hmm. Oh wow, that's pretty. He's got pretty images on it. I like that already. All right, let's see. Oh wow, these cards feel. This is a really nice deck. It's got like a grip on the card. Fuck, that's nice. I like that. That's fucking nice. I never felt cards with like a braille type of grip on it. Fuck, that's nice. Oh, who the fuck made this? This ain't nobody that I know, guaranteed. Adam Lee and Fred Gizabel. I ain't never heard these mofos in my life. No wonder. These ain't no regular. This ain't no regular deck maker. This shit's fucking nice. Dang. Did you ever look at this, Burger? Did you ever? You have this, or did you look at it before you gave it to me? This is nice. I love this feel of these cards. I didn't know you can make these like that. This is better to grip, like the shuffle. That's pretty cool. Six of strength. What the fuck does that mean? Six of strength. Huh? Why does it say six of strength? Queen of wisdom. I guess that's Queen of wands. Five of oh, okay, I see. This is called five of intelligence, which is pentacles, I guess. Nine of charisma, which is probably water. I'm just guessing. Knight of wisdom. King of wisdom. The hermit. That's pretty cool. Two of charisma. That's some next level shit. Queen of intelligence. This deck gives me like that powerful vibes, You didn't? Nah. Crystal shop here that has a lot of nice decks. Yeah, this deck is probably one of the best decks I've felt by far. If you like, I don't know, you won't be able to. I don't think you guys are gonna see it through the camera, but if you look very closely, it's like bumps, like little tiny bumps here. Like it looks like it's like braille. You know how like deaf people go like that, and you see all like the little bumps. I'm like, fuck, this shit's hard. It's like you can grip it, it's nice. This one's nice. Actually, let me see some. And it's like the right size. Yeah, hear it? Look. It's going like It's got that you know how you rub some because of the thing. I like that. Fuck, that's nice. That's a really nice deck. I have to figure out I kind of think I know what this is. Yeah, this must be six of cups. Six of charisma must be cups. Look at that. That's nice. Six of charisma. See, that's like people hanging, like six of cups is like, you hanging out with people and like your past friends and things like that. And I see the guy's holding the cup and you have cups there. So this six of charisma must be cups. No, it's not an oracle deck. No, it's a tarot deck. Yeah. See? Tarot deck. It's definitely not an oracle deck. Because it's got all the things: eight of intelligence, nine of intelligence, the high priestess. That's nice too. That's a cool one right there. There's no book. See? This is a high priestess with no book, but you can tell like she's, gonna read you and shit. But her, it actually looks like a book like on. It looks like she's like shaped as a book. Yeah. Look at the moon card. Look at that. That's different. That makes sense. See, I like that. See that the moon card is like, to me, the moon card upright is different from reverse, obviously. But the moon card is like, fine, like, like the person that you're thinking about is bad, and you don't want them to really get to you, and like you're just figuring out, like, I can't let them in, I can't give them my energy, and like this woman's like got the crystal ball there, and she knows that that creature ain't gonna get her, and she's like, I know they're trying to take advantage of me, I know they're trying to get me, her emotions are in the. This makes sense to me when I read the moon card. That's pretty cool. Page of intelligence. I don't know. I think intelligence is. I think intelligence must be pentacles or something. I'm not sure. I have to check. It's like a seahorse looking thing, and she's looking at it, or she's making it or something. Because the page of pentacles is like working on shit, right? Yeah, this is a cool. This is a really nice deck. I like this. This is really cool. I like looking at all the pictures are like kind of gothicy, but like not really. It's like got the old type of tarot look to it, but like look at the hangman. It's like a reflection of himself. That's wicked. I have never seen that before. Look at that. Look, the hangman, and look how like it's even when it's reversed, it'll still be the hangman. And see how like upright. See this is probably the best hangman I've ever seen in my life. No lie. Now I look at me in pictures. I love looking at when people put pictures and make sense. The hangman upright, right, is not that good because like you're in suspense. You're hanging there waiting for shit, right? And you're like contemplating, debating. You're like, I have to make adjustments. I don't know if I can. I have to hold on that. But the reversed hangman, right? It's like coming, getting better, coming out of the bullshit, making sure you're good, you're doing the right thing, and like getting to a better place. And if you look at this reverse hangman, it's blue, right? And it looks more like, you're like, it just looks better than the upright one. The reverse is like you're touching that. See how like this one here, it's touching the water and making the. He's not actually touching the water, right? Or this, it looks like water, but see when it's reversed, you're coming out of it. So when you touch it, it makes the vibration, right? The little circles. That's just my thoughts on it. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a really cool hangman. Whoever thought of that, smart as fuck. It's like a reflection, but if you read reversals, this makes perfect sense. And it tricks you. It can trick you because upright, right? This guy, you can go by that, but it's not really because it's the hangman. So he's hanging, right? So when you reverse it, he's still hanging, but he's like reaching for that, like he's trying to get out, you know? That's fucking cool. And it's got like a pyramid in the background. So it looks like he's coming out of the water because you can see like the water coming off his hand, his arm there. So it looks like he's coming out of the water to reach the top. That's cool as fuck. That's some real shit. That's probably the best hangman illustration I've ever seen in my life. That's really cool. And I like the fact that there's a cross here because, the hangman, it's like you always think of someone hanging and you think of somebody being on a cross or something, but, or like that cross can signify, like, Jesus taking you through that. That's another thing. I didn't notice that until I just really looked at. And notice how this guy looks worse than that, even though it's a reflection. That's fucking cool, man. Anyway, let me stop going on about that. But that is such an amazing illustration. That takes a lot of fucking like brains to think about that. Let me see what they say in the book about that. Let me see some. That's very interesting. That got me looking. Hey, Tanya, tag you it. You're it. No, you're it. I used to play that all the time. Okay, it says the necessity to look at something from a different perspective. You have a strange dream of talking about life with, and when you wake up, you're gonna gain one permanent point of wisdom. So the hangman definition to these people are the necessity to look at something from a different perspective. So never really thought about the hangman like that, but that's why they have this card the way it is. Because when you're in the hangman upright, you're just waiting for like shit to happen. And reverse, you're making shit happen by breaking through the bullshit you just went through. So that makes that their definition of this makes sense due to the picture. That's cool. I like that. That's some next level shit. The justice is pretty much like pretty cool. I like the justice card. It's still a woman, but she's badass looking. She's not sitting down on a throne like usually some of them are. She's like you can tell she got her justice because she's got her sword down. None of it's got any blood on it or anything. And she's got like her helmet there. She's like, yeah, I got justice. I did what I had to do. I like that. Fuck, that's wicked. That's cool. I like that. Some of these cards are like whack. Like some of the images are crazy. But some of them are really like what the fuck? Some of them are weird, but a lot of them are like got some really cool images. I like that. Hmm. I like that one. Had the dragon on it. Hmm. This is actually a real king here, the king of strength. And here it is again with like the reflection image thing. It's almost like that's that's pretty cool. Hmm. Look at that king of strength card. Now watch when I turn it upside down. It looks totally different. It looks like that's so weird. See that look? These are meant for reversals, right? Because you could tell. Look how that like that's coming through there. That's not really there like that, see? Right? So where is that image right there? See, and that's why when it's reversed, you see the different picture. That's pretty cool. So whoever did these cards, and they definitely thought about the reversal. Hmm. Tanya, you said there is a vehicle outside. I'm not investigating. Well, you can always zoom in with your phone. That's pretty cool. I like that. But look at the star card. Yeah, Virgo gave me these two decks. I finally got them after 2 months of waiting on the mail. And it was the weirdest thing. Spirit had a big plan for this damn package to come to me. It was actually the weirdest shit ever. So I've been waiting for this package from Virgo for 2 months now. So she comes into my chat this morning and she's like, and I was like, hey, I never got that package. And she's like, oh, that sucks. I'm like, probably someone probably stole it, for it to take this long. And I said, well, let me just check one more time to see if the tracking things changed. So I go check this damn thing, right? And it said arrived in Bermuda on the 19th. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I've been checking this thing forever. And all of a sudden, on January 8th, it was in Chicago. And then on January 9th, it arrived in Bermuda. And then it didn't go through the customs until the 19th of Bermuda. And then today is the 20th, and I got it today. How weird is that? And then she was the first person to come in my chat tonight when I had the cards. And I'm telling you, Spirit is like on some fucking rampage shit with me lately. It's crazy. And then after the live, I told Virgo, I said, well, look, I'm probably gonna get the cards tomorrow because it's raining today. They're not gonna deliver the paper for me to go get it. As soon as I got off the live, the lady called, and I was like, this can't be real. I was like, what this fucking woman was watching my damn live or something? She's like, oh hey Mark, we can't bring you the paper for the cards. Well, I mean for the package, I mean. So you can come here and come collect it. Just bring an invoice. So then I get to the post office, right? It's raining, it's pouring. So I gave her the it's not even an invoice. It's just like what Virgo, like gave what they gave her when she sent the package, right? It says that's a gift, blah blah blah, how much it was. So then I showed the lady, I said, look, there is no invoice. She bought this at like, some store that don't give out invoices, like. So I said, this is how much it is. This is what she sent me. It's a gift. And she goes, oh, okay, no problem. Have a nice day. I didn't pay anything. She didn't ask me to open the package up. Nothing. She just said, go ahead. And I was like, this is a fucking miracle. It's one of the first times I've been to the post office where I don't have to pay for anything. I forgot to tell you I didn't pay for anything, Virgo. She didn't charge me for anything because she says it was marked as a gift. But remember who crossed the box. All right. Yep, I'm telling you, it's always something, man. It never seems to amaze me how spirit works, Like how weird was that? She comes into my room. I'm like, hey, I haven't got that package. And then she was saying how she was gonna resend me the cards through Amazon, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Before you do that, let me just check again one more time. Next thing you know, I get the cards the exact same day. They're like hour or two later. Isn't that like the weirdest shit ever? Like there is no coincidence. That's just like some, I don't know. I it's not even explainable. It's just like the weirdest shit ever in life. I don't know. That was just like today has been some weird ass shit. Like, but you know what? Like I tell everybody, sometimes spirit wants to reassure you of how much power they have and how like they appreciate you for doing what you do. You know what I mean? Like people don't really believe all that shit, but I'm telling you, man, today made me so happy knowing that what they do is, like I tell people all the time, if you do your part, they're gonna do their part. And lately, and for years, but especially like lately for me, I've been making sure that I do my part, and I do what I have to do for myself and for others. And like I got rewarded with like just like that. It's the craziest thing in the world, when that shit happens. Like you're like, this is crazy. And the thing is yesterday I saw these three birds fly over me when I was at my mom's. And I've never seen these birds fly over my house ever, or over my mom's house ever. And they're like, I don't even know what the hell they are. There's some birds that hang out by the water. They ain't no seagulls or nothing like that. There's some next level big ass birds. And me and birds, I see like different birds like every fucking month. And bird, I guess my spirit animal is a bird, I guess, because I see so many birds. And then yesterday, when I saw those three birds fly over my head and over the house, I said to myself, something's bound to happen because when birds that I normally don't see fly over me, something's gonna happen. And look, bang. It's like spirit has so much plans and they can do things. They can do shit that you would never imagine of. And that's the beauty of it all. Like, Yeah, I love these that I love when I get a gift from somebody, especially, somebody like you guys or people that I know, or like I've known Virgo forever, right? So, she didn't have to send me these decks, but she did. And I love them. I think they're cool as fuck. And when I get something from somebody, I always appreciate it because I don't really get gifts from people. I usually get like, just you guys' presence on here and coming in here and being my company especially after all I've been through these past few months. It means more to me than a gift, you know. But when I do get a gift, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and diss the shit, like, you know. But this deck is definitely something that I rate. So I rate decks. Like, I think this is a wonderful deck. This one here is definitely by far, you know, one of my favorites now. And I've already looked at it for a couple minutes, but it's just the feel of it, you know. You could tell like it's a real, like, you can see that I can barely bend it. You know, it's like a quality deck, and I've never heard these people's names before, so it's nice. I like the feel of it. It's a real decent deck. So I've gotten decks from everybody. A lot of people have given me, you know, decks and stuff. I got this one, this other one too. Tanya Virgo got me this one too. It's a Beetlejuice tarot deck. It's got all this gothic crazy shit on it. Got a woman chopping this guy's head off and shit. But I haven't watched the movie in a long time. I might watch the movies again just so I can understand the pictures. But I have so many decks, but this one is definitely like quality. You can tell. Just the feel of it, you can tell the quality in it. It's a real quality deck. It's nice. I like it. Yeah. I'm always excited when I get new shit. Even when I get a new hat or a new shirt, I'm always excited. Today I bought a new microphone. See that microphone in the background? I had to buy a new one because the other one I had was kind of like, it was shit. It was too old. My nephew gave it to me, and he says it wasn't that great. And then when I started using it, I realized that it wasn't that great. So today I bought a new one. So, and I was already messing around with it, and it's perfect. So it worked good. So I'm getting there. All my DJ stuff is all brand new mic, brand new headphones, brand new everything. So now I'm fully brand new. And my friend said he's gonna send me a new song today that I ordered. He says that by tonight he should have it for me. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons! I know all about that because I used to watch this. Dungeons and Dragons used to be on TV all the time, every Saturday. Yeah, they used to have the cartoon version. I used to watch it all the time. Maybe this is why I like this deck, because it looks really nice. Look at this. Look at this Queen of it says Queen of Wisdom. I like that. That's cool too. It's like she's in a spa. See how her knees are like in the water? I'm telling you, people's artistic imagination is so like next level. Yeah, I remember you got those decks from that place that you got lost when you lost your rent a car. You was telling us about it. I remember that. All right, so I'm gonna pull you three cards, Virgo, from this deck, and then I'm gonna read the meanings of what they say it is. All right. So I'll pull you three cards for the rest of this month. What can you expect the rest of this month? The noise that this deck makes is hilarious. Like, that's some crazy shit. It's because like it's almost like these cards have like vinyl protection on it, or like a vinyl coat. It's like it's not even like paper. It's like a vinyl type of card. It goes. All right. So you got 7 of charisma, 2 of wisdom, and the Justice, which is one of my favorite cards on this deck so far. I like that. They finally made a Justice card where the woman is standing up and looks like she actually got justice. Every Justice card is usually some stupid woman in a chair and like, blah, blah, blah. That's just boring as hell. That's a real Justice card. That to me is like really nice. But you see where you see on the bottom, right? You see like the devil. She's got her foot on the devil. She defeated the devil. I bet you didn't even see that. See that? See where the sword is? The sword's going through the devil there. She got her justice. She defeated the devil. See that? That's why I like it. I like that. That's some gangster shit. All right, let's read what it says. I'm not going to interpret it through what I think. I'm just going to interpret it through here because they have some cool meanings in here. I want to see what they say. All right, so your first card was the Seven of Charisma, and this says the power of allowing your plans to develop and unfold without urgency or relentlessness. I like that. I'm going to read that again. Seven of Charisma, the power of allowing your plans to develop and unfold without urgency or relentlessness. That's cool. I like that. All right, the next card is the Two of Wisdom. All right, so the Two of Wisdom is this card, right? It's like a guy and a woman there, and they got some stuff there. And it says, being able to be with someone, whether a friend or lover, and still remain your own sense of individuality. See that? See how it relates to the situation that you was talking about? Being able to be with someone, whether a friend or lover, and still remain your own sense of individuality. That's cool. I like that meaning. Now let me see my Justice card, see what's going on here. Another thing I like is it's no numbers. It's just like it says like it says it in like writing instead of like numeration. Let me find this Justice card. Here it is. Okay. All right, so the Justice card, obviously, this says your capacity to create a new reality through shattering old limiting beliefs. Your capacity to create a new reality through shattering old limited beliefs. See that? It all resonates with the situation you were talking about. This must be like the new person and the new thing. I like that definition though. Your capacity to create a new reality through shattering old limited beliefs. So out with the old, in with the new. That's pretty much what the Justice is getting rid of like your past efforts should reflect on your new way of life. Fuck, that's cool. Thank you so much. I love these cards. I mean I like the Beetlejuice ones, but these ones here are like these ones here are so nice. That's really cool. I like that. See that? It doesn't matter what deck I touch. See, it's always gonna work. Yeah. Some people say you can't read tarot because you read tarot with words on it. Well, I just read from a book that someone created and it still resonates. It's the person, not the cards. Duh. What you want me to do? Justice card means Libra. Justice means that you're gonna go to court and you're gonna win with you and your lawyer. Oh, but I'm not at court. Oh, okay, well, I don't know. I'm just dumb. I just want to be like everybody else and say the same shit. People act like I need to read shit. Just by looking at the pictures, I can tell. Barbie, I'll give you 3 cards from this deck. I like this deck so much that I'm gonna give you guys. 3 cards each. So I've done Virgo. I gave her cards because she got me the deck. So that's my way of saying thanks. And it resonated, so that's good. So Barbie, I'll give you 3 cards from now to the end of the month. I'll check the energy and I'll read it from the book. So it's nice and simple because, that's the only way I can read tarot is through a book, This fucking deck's hilarious. It's like that new feeling. Feels so good. All right, so let's see what this says. Three of charisma. All right. So this is your first card. It says 3 of charisma, Barbie. Using the power of a team and learning how to collaborate. Using the power of a team and learning how to collaborate. So you can, there could be some people around you that you consider like a team and people that you learn from and you do things with. That's like the 3 of Pentacles, I guess. Like you and 2 other people getting together to make things happen. Could happen from now to the end of the month. All right, now you got the 7 of intelligence. Let's see what this says. 7 of intelligence. Yeah, that disc noise. How we play games, hide our real selves, and mask out true intentions out of fear or hurt. 7 of intelligence says, how we play games, hide our real selves, and mask out true intentions out of fear or hurt. So you might be dealing with, this is the 7 of swords in the tarot. And this means that, if you play games with someone, you might hide yourself or put a mask on so people don't know your true intentions out of fear or hurt because you know that person's going to end up hurting you. Or you could be dealing with somebody that hides their real self from you and puts on that mask and doesn't show their true intentions out of fear or trying to hurt you. So you could be dealing with a person like that. This is also like a weird 7 of swords. See how he's carrying all that shit. He's like, see, 7 of swords never means like you're robbing somebody to me. It doesn't give me that vibes. The picture does, but it doesn't really necessarily mean that. To me, it doesn't. Then your last card is the 8 of wisdom. Let's see what that says. All right, here we go. This is the 8 of wisdom. And it says, finding a way out of past pain by having faith that something better is waiting for you. Finding a way out of past pain by having faith that something better is waiting for you. So something in the past you still might be hanging on to. Once you release it, something better is coming. So that makes sense for the Eight of Cups. That's the Eight of Cups in the tarot. Yeah, it is. It could be like altogether, this just means that from now to the end of the month, you might be dealing with people that have issues and they might need you to consult them, or somebody like that you've known for a while that's like a part of your life has like some shit happen to them, and you just tell them, hey, look, I've been through the same shit, and the past pain will go away. You just gotta make your life better, like how you say to me lots of times. You say to me, I lost my husband, and I'm out here doing what I have to do. I have my kids, my grandkids. I help my neighbor, I do this, I do that, all that type of shit. Like, you don't bring up your past all the time, but you learn from it, right? Because something better is there, but you don't let the past pain go completely. Obviously, nobody really does. You're welcome, Barbara. All right, Tanya, you're next. All right. You know how like you take something and you go like this, and it goes. That's exactly how like these cards sound. That shit's fucking hilarious. I love that. And like when these cards they shuffle, see, they don't get stuck, so they go. It slides like perfectly. I think I might. I think I might be, and like, I think I might be using this deck a lot more. I love it. It's so nice to shuffle. So nice to shuffle a nice new deck. Like, I know, right, Virgo? Okay. All right. The good thing is it's been all different cards for all of you. All right, so two of charisma. All right, so Tanya, this is your first card. It says two of charisma. And this card says, our ability to manage our time with grace and ease by getting clear of our priorities. Our ability to manage our time with grace and ease by getting clear on our priorities. Makes sense. Because I know what's going on with you. Okay, now the next card is the Hermit, which you've been. You stay to yourself. We're all kind of hermits. We all stick to our own lives and don't bother nobody. I like this Hermit card. It's pretty cool. This card says, being a light unto yourself and finding your own way through the darkness. Remember the other day, you said, I went outside and the truck lights just happened to come on. And you said it was Phil getting you through the darkness and being your light. There you go. Being a light unto yourself and finding your own way through the darkness. But that's you doing all these activities and doing your own thing and doing things on your own, being your own light. So that makes sense. And your final card is Page of Wisdom. So let's see what that says. All right, here we go. Page of Wisdom. It says, embarking on a new path sparked by your curiosity and creativity. Embarking on a new path sparked by your curiosity and creativity. See that? Notice how the picture is a woman looking at the land, looking at things, the sun, the mountains. See, that's you. See how all those videos you put up of you looking at nature and all the mountains and the water, flowers, nature. See that? Can't make this shit up. And then people say, when you buy a new deck, there was once, hey Dan, how you doing, brother? There was once this lady that I used to like, go in her live sometimes, but she's kind of a little whack job, right? That's why I don't deal with her no more. She says, when you buy a new deck, you have to not use it right away. When you buy a new deck, you got to take it and you have to sage it and you have to put it outside in the sun. And so it gets energy. So that way, when you read people, it reads right because you have to put energy into the cards. You got to do this. You can't just take a deck out of a box and just use it because it won't work. Guess what, dumbass? I just did it and it worked. And I didn't put no sage on it. I didn't put out no sunshine. I don't have to do all that shit. You know why? It's the power of spirit that goes through here. Not you. This is controlled by spirit. Not you, Dodo. I don't need to do all that extra shit. It's not necessary. But hey, you could do it if you want to. I ain't got nothing against you. It's all good. How did you know, Dan? Shit. How did you know, Dan? Oh, man. What's on the bottom of the deck? The Knight of Wisdom. So, the Knight of Wisdom. So you know what that means, right? I don't even have to read the card because you got the Page of Wisdom, which is you, and the Knight is a man. So you know who that is. It's Phil at Will. Simple as that. The Page of Wisdom and the Knight of Wisdom, female and male. See that? The Knight of Wisdom is Phil and you. Phil being with you. Ain't no other man. Better not be. Oh boy. That was pretty cool. I like that. I'll be using that deck a lot more often, but I'll probably use it like that. That's nice. I just told you that, you know, it's filled, but you want somebody, you want a knight in shining armor, and you wanna you want medical insurance and fucking mutual funds and all that bullshit. I'll read you the meaning, being that you asked. The Knight of Wisdom, right, is it trusting your passion, allowing yourself to dream big, and imagining the best happening for you. Hmm. That's pretty cool. These are nice cards. I love them. You're welcome. Barbie had a boring day. Oh man, I had an okay day. It was kind of boring too because it rained all damn day. It's kind of annoying. But now the rain finally stopped and it's kind of chilly. Must be like 60 degrees or something. But yeah, it's all good. Oh, well, that's good. Sometimes sometimes the starter, it can go on a blink and then it can like, it can be fine. It just depends, because a starter motor to me sometimes, you know, it gets stuck, and like the way the gear wheels are, sometimes when you hit that the key, it doesn't make like a instant connection. So sometimes it'll take, it'll make a noise and then start, and other times like it would like be connected perfectly. It'll spark properly. Yeah, I don't. That's annoying to be too cold to go anywhere. That sounds like my auntie in Toronto. She said that it's so cold she don't even want to go outside. But I had an issue with my van today. I guess because I've been dissing it so much with the sensors. So I went to go open my door and it wouldn't open. And when I went to go open the door, it went clack. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm going like this, trying to open the latch that opens the door. And you push it open. So I'm in there and it wouldn't open. So I had to wind down the window and go like this and open the door from the outside. So when I tried to open it from the inside, it must have like a connection piece in the actual door there, and it must have like came undone. So something happened where a clip must have came out or something. So I told my nephew, look through the hole there where it opens. So he looked and he says, yeah, it's not moving. I said, well, it must be the bar that goes over to the piece. And when you open it, it pushes it towards like that to open the door. So when I heard that clack noise, it must have came loose and it fell inside the actual door because I heard it. But I couldn't fix it because it's been raining all day. So tomorrow, hopefully, I can take it apart and look at it and fix it. If not, I'm gonna take it to the dealer and say, "Yo, this shit's still under warranty. You better fix it." Hey, Luna, how you doing? Shit, Dan, your sister's in Minnesota. She must be telling you about all the shit that's going on, or hopefully she's not in that area where all that bullshit's going on in Minnesota. I'm sure Minnesota is a very big place, so hopefully she's not in the area where all the lunatics are. That's one place I wouldn't want to live right now, especially in that area where all those fucking idiots are doing all that dumb shit. Every day I watch that stuff on YouTube, all the videos they post up of all the lunatics. Oh wow. Shit. Hopefully she's gonna be alright. Let's pray that nothing happens. That place is a complete joke, full of fraud, full of bullshit. I don't know if it's true or not, but it looks like it is from what people are saying. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. The internet's so corrupt and people are always lying like crazy. But I mean, you can see it with your own eyes what's happening. So I don't know. God bless her. I hope she's gonna be okay and stay away from all those idiots. Yeah, exactly. So maybe that's why they're going crazy then, because they ain't getting their fix. And what idiots are gonna be outside in that cold ass weather protesting and acting crazy and all that crazy? They were walking around, the snow all over the place, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? It's just funny. I was like, dang. MIV. That's how you can pay me through PayPal, and it's $10 a question. But that's crazy how all those people are there every single day. Every single day, these people are there like protesting and acting crazy. Yeah, I know, right? Or you must have like, you must not be cold at all. Like your skin must be super thick. Or you must have like layers of clothes on. Or you must have sat on the heater before you left home. And those people are out there all night, all day, protesting in the cold ass weather. People always complain that it's too cold to go anywhere, but you're going outside to protest and cause havoc. That shit don't make no sense to me. I ain't going outside in no cold ass weather to protest no bullshit. Hell no. No way in hell. No, no. No, no. You can also pay by super chat too, MIB. I have super chat option if you don't have PayPal, but I prefer PayPal instead of super chat though. But either way, you can whatever works for you. But yeah, I just can't get over all those crazy people out there every single day. Then yet on Sunday they went and invaded a church because somebody told them that one of the pastors worked for ICE. And I'm like, what? What the fuck is wrong with you people? And I'm like, don't you know you're gonna get super karma for like barging into a church on Sunday? These poor kids are in there, families just doing nothing to nobody. Like, people are whack, yeah. When I saw those videos this morning, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? And these people are whack. In Bermuda, you'll never see that shit happen. You'll get your ass beat. If you do that shit in Bermuda, you're gonna. And some people said too, that should have been me in that church. Yeah. Hmm. But the pastor, he kept his cool though. It was pretty cool seeing, he was just like he just kept preaching the word. See, that's what they want to do. See, they want to get you to like do dumb shit so you look bad, but it don't work. When you got God in your heart, those things don't matter. But yeah, you can't be a gentleman now. It's too late, man. That's not in our vocabulary. Yeah, Barbie, it is. It's just weird how these people are. They're just on some mental tip. I don't know what's wrong with these people, but thank God I don't live there. Thank God I live in Bermuda. I tell people all the time I would never want to live in the United States around all those crazy ass people, crazy ass states that are those crazy ass people doing dumb shit. If I was in that area, I would move immediately. I'll be like, "Yep, time to go. I don't want to be around none of these lunatics. Hell no. Goodbye." How do you ask the question? You just type it. Type whatever your question is, and you pay for it. It's simple. Once I get your donation, you can ask your question, and then I'll answer it, and you'll be good to go. All you gotta do is type it. It's very simple. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can add the question in the PayPal if you want it to be private. Yes, and I'll answer it. I won't say your question if you don't want me to. So if you want to add the question in the PayPal, you're more than welcome to. And then if you don't want me to like, uh say the question out loud in here, I won't. I'll just answer. That's fine with me. I can do that for you if that's what you want. But if you don't mind me saying a question, I'll just say it. That's fine. But yes, you can add it in the PayPal. They give you that option. You can either put it here in the chat or you can do it in the PayPal. Either one, whatever you're comfortable with. Oh boy. I had a moment today too. Today's been like kind of one of those days. I was watching my soccer team play today, and they played one of the best teams in the world today, and they won. And I would have never like thought that they were gonna win. And the first person I thought of was my dad, and then like I grabbed the phone, and I'm like, I wish I can like I knew he was here watching it, but it's just it was different. So I had a little cry moment because it was like so nice that they won, and I know he would have been so happy to see it. Well, I'm sure he did. He saw it with me, but you know what I mean, having him here physically. So I had my little moment today. All right, I got your PayPal. Thank you. I appreciate it. right. So you said, will my daughter get new roommates this year? Yeah, Barbie. I had one of those moments today. So, you know, I know that if he was here, we would have had a high five moment. And I probably would have scared the shit out of him. And my team scored a goal. I screamed and banged on the table. And if Diamond was here, she would have been like, what the hell is this guy doing? It was one of those moments. And then when I caught myself, I just had a little cry, held my phone in my hand. But it was cool, though. It was all right. It was a good moment, you know? All right, so MIV said, will your daughter get new roommates? I don't really see her getting any new roommates. They're probably gonna be the same ones. And if they're a pain in the ass, then I would say they're gonna be there for a while, and they're gonna probably cause problems and still be a pain in the ass to her. Or I feel like right up until maybe August, because I got the number 8 here. So I would say from now until August, it's probably gonna be the same. Um, she probably would have to watch out for these roommates, because they're probably not really trustworthy or fake friends. I would say tell her to guard herself. I don't see nothing extremely bad here, but I just see like them being misrepresentative and, being like, fake friends and fake roommates and people that she can't really trust. But from now until August, I would say that she'll still be disappointed about these things, but maybe after August, she'll get different roommates if when she goes back to school or back to if she's in college. I would say like maybe in September there'll be a difference. But from now until like August, I would say that she's probably gonna have the same roommates or the same difficult ones if they are being difficult. Yeah. I would say towards the end of the year, she'll probably have better roommates or new roommates, I would say. So this year she'll get new roommates, but it'll probably be the end of the year when she has them. But from now until like maybe August, there won't be no new roommates. But towards the end of the year, I would say yes. I got a better situation for her at the end of the year. So if she's in college or school and she has roommates, then I would say that, you know, this semester, right up until summertime, she'll have the same people there unless she moves out or she gets somewhere different. But if she can't go nowhere different, she's going to be stuck with those same people right up until the summertime. And then when she goes back to school, if she does, right, go back to school in September and goes to do her new year, her next, semester or whatever it is. I don't know how it goes. But in September, October, November, December, it'll be better. She'll have better people in a better situation. She'll have new roommates. So the answer is yes, she will, but not until the end of the year. But the only way that she can free herself from the situation she's in now will probably be for her to move. But if she can't, then I would say tell her hold off until at least August. But the people that she's around, they're not good. So tell her to, like, keep her guard up, do what she has to do, stay out of their, energy. I know it's hard not to, but I would just tell her hang in there. Hey Rudy, how you doing, sweetheart? You good? So MIV, just let me know if that makes sense. Yeah, I've had some back pain today, off and on, just because I was lifting things up like an idiot yesterday. I cleaned up my apartment yesterday and was lifting all this stuff. And then when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh boy, here we go. You shouldn't have lifted all those things, dummy. But that's what happens. Somebody's got to do it. All right, you said second question, will our companies thrive this year? Okay, cool. I'll check. It's her having two brothers. One is a pain in the ass. Yeah. So it looks like that pain in the ass is still going to be there right up until August. Okay. Yeah. It was a male too, but I wasn't sure. But now I know. All right, let's check. If it's her and him, then she can kick their ass out. She might have to kick him out by August. Two. All right, let's check. Okay. So the word you use is thrive. I would say that I feel like your companies are going to have new possibilities. I think that you need to approach some of the issues you have in a new way in order for your company to thrive. You might need a new acquaintance. You might need to know new things. So it's all about new things. So if you want your companies to thrive, you might have to change something that you do in order to thrive. You're going to have to change something in a newer way. New year, new ways, new situations. So if your company, if you're dealing with a man, so say if you have a husband and this man is very honest and devoted and they're very smart and they work and they're with you in this company, whatever man is with you in this company, he's going to do his part. He's going to make sure that everything gets done. So if you have a man running these companies or helping you run this company, then you don't have to worry about, he will do his part. That's what I'm getting. A man will do his part. But the thing is as far as thriving financially, I would say not really. It'll probably be the same. It won't be like, if you're looking for your company to make money, a lot of money, I don't see like you guys making a lot of money, maybe just enough to keep open or stay open or to just keep your business probably. But there's like there's a lot of impatientness, and it all depends on your actions with the company, and your investments. I would say don't invest into anything. Don't over invest with your companies. Just get what you need and what you need to get. Don't overdo it. Don't think that you have to get, like, so if you have a company with products, don't get too much all at once, because you might not sell everything and put yourself in a bad situation financially. And then there's also like decision making. So try to listen to this man, because his decisions are probably the better decisions. So if you deal with a man, let him deal with the company in a way that he wants to deal with it, especially if you take his decision making, and get like and do things his way. If you don't do things his way, or you don't do something in a new way, then it's going to be a bunch of, you know, involvement of caution and being indecisive and not getting anything personally out of the company. So I would say that this year is going to be an up and down year for your companies, but nothing's set in stone, right? So what I would say, my advice to you would be, do new things to make your company thrive. Do new way. Do, like, if you're in the same system and the same way, then you need to change that way and do it in a new way. So new only way you're gonna thrive is if you do new things. And that's the only way you're gonna thrive. And the only person that will be able to help you with that will be a man. And that's how it's gonna go. And if you don't do those things, then you're going to go against thriving and getting your business financially to a point where it's going to be stable. So I hope that makes sense. But that's what the cards are saying, that in order to thrive, you're going to have to do new ways, new things, new possibilities. And I feel like these things are available to you and your company. You just have to do them. But if you think that it's just going to thrive on its own and without changing anything, then it's not going to happen. You're going to have to change things in a new way in order to get the thrive and get the financial, gain, if that's what you're looking for. But the most significant person is a man. So, Dan, does that mean that that's improvements there? So is that good? You said they cleaned the ulcer and the techs ran the portable vascular test on both ankles and legs. That was sent to the surgeon. Okay, cool. Um, hmm. Well, that all depends. MIV, that depends, because if you feel like you have to add somebody in order to get your company better, then I would say go for it. But if there is a man already there and he's devoted, because this man's already devoted, I feel like this person could be your father, or it could be your husband or a boyfriend or whatever. But this man could, he's definitely a person that's smart and can help your business thrive, or is already. So, but if you feel like you need a new person, then I would say get a man. That's what I would say. Yeah, I would say the man that's already there. It's not a new man, no. I wouldn't say add a man. I think it's the one that's there that can actually, make it work better. So that's something you have to ask yourself. Is the man you have there now, is he if he's doing his job, then I would say keep him and listen to him, and he might have some new ideas that can help the business thrive. Adding a new person, I would say no. Yeah. Okay, Vargo, take care, sweetie. Thank you so much for the cards. I appreciate you. Yeah, if you're working with your husband and he's doing a great job or he wants to help you, then maybe, like, if he's already working with you, then great. Then he'll do his part. That's what the cards are saying. So if you have a husband and he's working with you in the business and he's doing his part, he will continue to do his part. But if he's not working with you, then maybe he can. You know what I mean? If he wants to work with you, he will, and he can change things for the better. Or if he says, "Hey, honey, I have an idea with the business. I'm going to do something new." As soon as you hear that, let him do it. Don't go against it, because this man could be the key to getting things better for your business. So if he says, "Hey, honey, I have a new idea. I'm going to do this, this, and this," you can be like, "Okay, cool. Just don't go against it." Because if you do, it might be like, a bad decision. You're welcome. And thank you. Yes, Dan, we're all praying for you. That's why you end up coming out okay. You said they'll still remove the toad and go searching for shattered fragments. Well, that sucks. Well, at least it's only one. Shit, you still got some left, so that's good. I know some people get their whole shit taken away, like my mom's neighbor. He had a similar situation. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you, but and I don't want it to. Obviously, we're praying for the best, which I know you'll be fine. So I think that's why we have so many toes and fingers. You know, one's better than two and three and four and five and six and the whole damn fucking whole shitload of them. But yeah, let's pray it works out. Nah, there's no need for a pet. There's no need. There's no need for a pity party, bro. We have your back. We want the best for you, obviously, and just look at it this way: it could always be worse. You know, could be your whole fucking foot, or it could be like your whole damn leg. So a toe, I'd rather take a toe instead of a whole foot or a whole leg or all my damn toes. Oh, this is the seventh toe. Well, it's still not all gone. I'd rather lose toes than feet than legs and shit. So toes is okay. All right, we can do without those. You'll be all right, bro. It's okay. You can get rid of them toes. They're probably crusty as shit anyway, so at least you ain't gotta bend down to clean them. Now that I remember my neighbor, he's such a cool guy, man. He passed away last April. Yeah, you can't be the six toe ho, but you can be the seven toe ho, you know. But I remember my neighbor, he lost a couple toes and then he ended up losing his feet. And then right up into his knee, he lost both feet and legs right up into his knee. And he had fake legs and shit. And he lived right up until 80. I think 78 or 80, I can't remember. But he was without his legs forever, man. Nice guy, man. I hope God's got him in a good place. But yeah, my buddy. And today is the birthday of one of my close friends. I woke up this morning and saw his picture online. My friend posted it up. He died from a heroin overdose, but before he got into those drugs, man, he was such a cool guy. He just got caught up in the wrong situation and wrong people, man. But yeah, he was my boy, man. I worked with his dad. I used to go visit him all the time. He lived right around the corner from here, like 2 minutes away. But today is his birthday. He's been gone for so long now. Fuck. I can't believe how long he's been gone. But yeah, time flies, man. Yeah, I know, Barbie. It's we try to stay as healthy as we can, but we can't control when we die, Unfortunately, being healthy is just one step of us thinking that we're gonna, you know, live a long time because we do healthy things. But the healthiest people in the world can die too. But I get what you mean. Let's try to be healthy as much as we can and not eat bullshit and drink bullshit and take drugs and alcohol. And so I get it. But every time I hear that phrase of "stay healthy," you can do that all you want. You can be the healthiest person in the world and die, man. It's so fucked up. So certain people like have such a great health and they can just die from one day to the next, unfortunately. So some people that smoke, drink, and eat fucking bullshit all day, they survive forever. you know? Yeah, I totally get it, Barbie. I totally get it. I agree with you 100%. But sometimes that's not even enough, unfortunately. It's sad. Your doctor looks like your friend Rick who passed in 2005. You're not the only person who said that today. This woman said that. This woman in Bermuda said that there was a guy standing out the store and she swore down it was her dad, and her dad's been dead for 6 years. And she took a picture of the guy and put it next to her dad's picture, and the person looks identical. It's so freaky. And she said, "Thanks, Mr. Ford. I appreciate you letting me take a picture of you. You must have thought I was crazy, but I swear you look just like my dad. And there's no relation and no like, nothing like that." And she posted the picture, and the guy looks exactly the same. It's so weird how that happens. There's been some weird spiritual activity going on lately. So yeah. But people look like people anyway, you know what I mean? There's always like a look-alike of us, right? So I can understand how that works. Some people are stamped. That's what we say here. Just like your mother, or just like your father, or just like your uncle or auntie and stuff. Everybody thought my auntie was my mom because I look more like my auntie than I do like my mom and dad. When I was staying with my auntie, my mom's sister, she's the oldest, and she's been passed away for, it's going to be March will be 7 years she's been gone. And Every time we were together, she would be like, "This is your son?" She's like, "No, no, I never had kids. This is my godson, my nephew." And like, "Oh my God, you guys look just alike." She said, "Well, we're in the same family." But she does. We do look alike though. You're supposed to be on a diet, eating all day and eating chocolate chips as we speak. I've been told that several times. Yeah. Well, well, you know what? I don't really eat bullshit food. As you if you guys saw my live this morning, which some of you did, and I appreciate you guys coming in this morning. It was very uh seeing all you guys this morning was great while I was making my breakfast and washing my dishes. Um, when I made my breakfast, I had eggs, bacon, eggs, sausage, cheese, some mayo on a coffee roll, you know, and I had like that sugar coating, but I didn't even eat the whole damn thing. I ended up throwing a piece outside to the birds because I couldn't finish it because it was big. And then, like, it's still not shit food. It's still healthy. It's still not bad. I'm not eating bullshit. The food I ate was still good food. And I made it with my own hands. So it's not like I'm eating shit. So, and that's the thing. Like, I don't abuse the food or anything, and I don't really eat a lot of bullshit food. I eat like real shit. Bread, eggs, bacon, sausages, little bit of mayo here and there, some cheese. It's not like I'm eating like greasy ass shit and takeout and stuff like that. And then for lunch today, I had some chicken tenders and I had a apple tart, an apple crumble tart for my dessert. And then I didn't even have no dinner because I was so full from eating the other stuff. And then I made a breakfast sandwich just now that you pop in the microwave. Now that's not really that healthy, but it's only a little ass sandwich. And I drink water all day. Sometimes I drink Pepsi, coffee, iced tea. It's not like I'm drinking alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I don't really fucking eat bullshit food. I really don't. I could eat healthier, but what really is healthy food? People are always talking shit about everything you eat. But I don't want to be gross or anything right now, but I feel personally, my opinion after being in this world for the amount of years that I've been in, if you have great bowel movements, like for instance, let's be real here. If you take a shit every day or sometimes two a day, what is that really telling you? That's telling you that your system's getting flushed. So whatever you eat's coming out anyway, right? And if you have constant bowel movements, I feel like you're really flushing your system and you're not really, holding that shit all in you. Yes, we get fat and we have, situations or whatever, where whatever, but you know, you could be skinny and be unhealthy and eat a whole pile of dumb shit, you know? I just feel like it's all depends on our system. It all depends. I feel like our bowel movements, like, whether you take a shit every day, I feel like that's the key. Peeing every day, shitting every day. I feel like your system's working. You know what I mean? That's just me personally, my opinion. That if you do that every day, then I feel like, you're really flushing out everything you eat. So your body's not storing anything because it's releasing it. So that to me is healthy. I don't know if that makes sense or if that's the real deal, but that to me means everything. Mhm. Yeah, Barbie. I don't really eat coffee rolls like all the time, but like once in a while, if they're fresh, I'll grab one and I'll eat it. I'll probably eat like a coffee. I'll probably eat one or two coffee rolls a month. You know, I'm not really like a huge fan of it, but I just felt like eating one today. But it's too thick, like, and it fills you up, so it kind of messes up. Like if you eat it in the morning, you're not going to be hungry until way late. But that's a good thing, right? Because you're full the whole day and you don't have to eat nothing else. So I actually ate less food today just because I ate that coffee roll this morning. Because it was such a nice big sandwich that it filled me up, and I really didn't, eat that much. You know. Oh, that's good, Dan. Let it out, bro. Yeah, I found that after 40, after I went 40, that's when my body started feeling a lot different, for sure. And I'm about to go 49 in 2 weeks. So I'm definitely feeling my blows now. As soon as like yesterday, I lifted up some heavy things. I didn't really want to, but I did. And I feel the pain today. Like, I feel my back, my legs, my knee. It's annoying. When I walk, like it hurts. But if I'm just sitting here, I don't really feel no serious pain or anything. But I mean, I'm not in like I'm not in any real bad pain, put it that way. But I do feel the pain every now and then. But getting older is just a part of life, and you know, I have to adapt to it like everybody else. Okay, Barbie, take care. Yeah, I don't really eat too much fast food, and if I do eat fast food, I eat decent fast food. I'm not gonna eat a bunch of bullshit. And if I ever make a burger, I make it myself. I don't really go eat other places burgers. You never know where that shit came from or who's doing whatever to them things. I don't know. I buy a bunch of burgers from in a box from the store, where I buy them fresh, as they make them and whatever the patties, and I just put on the barbecue and make it myself. You got down on the floor to check out a light switch. You went down on the floor to check a light. What type of light switch is that on the floor? It was something else I wanted to say. I can't remember. He says, "Oh my God, I was so glad no one was around." Did you roll over? Did you roll around the floor and then try to get up? Don't worry, I do the same thing. When Diamond was alive, I used to like go down on the ground to go snuggle with her and hug her and kiss her and spoon her and hang out with her on her blankie. And when I went to go get up, it was so hard getting up. It was just like her. She took so long to get up after a while too. But I can't really go down on all fours too comfortable these days. It's very difficult. But it's annoying. Oh, it was on an extension cord kind of thing. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Well, at least you got back up. That's all that matters. But yeah, I have a hard time getting up and down. It's difficult. But like my mom always said to me, you know, it goes like this: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So once you reach 50, You're pretty much going off the cliff. You're no more good no more. So I'm right here. I'm on the cliff now looking nervous saying, fuck 50. Oh shit. No, I can't. One more year. So I'm right here, right on the thumb. And my mom reminded me of that. She goes, don't worry. You made fun of me because I'm 80. That's all right. You're more than halfway. And then when I make comments about me feeling all, fucked up in my back and my legs, she goes, don't worry, it's gonna be more common. When you get older like me, you're gonna see. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. She always used to tell me that shit was so funny. I'm gonna go visit her tomorrow. Yeah, I know it's getting worse now. Even my cousin, he's very fit, and he was up on the roof with me, and he said to me, he's very fit, and he eats well, and he's like half my size. And he said to me, you know, I didn't work for 3 months this year because of my back. Then I went to go lift weights to get better, and that was the worst thing I did because I pulled my shoulder out and I couldn't work for another 2 weeks. He goes, I remember hearing you always complain about your back and your legs, and now I'm getting to that point too, and we're the same age. I'm older than him by 2 months. He's a Taurus. He's in April 27th, I think. Yeah. But yeah, he says the same thing, and he's half my size, and he's fit, and he says the same thing. It's getting worse and worse for him. He does roofs and stuff, and he always like stretches and stuff, and he says it's been so bad. Yeah, see. Oh well, there you go. I mean, there's always a way, right? But see, I have these steps here, and these steps, when I go up the steps, it's not a problem. Coming down the steps, I don't go like one, two, three, four, five. I go one, and then the other foot comes down like that. Like I go one at a time with both feet. I don't just go boom, 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 and come all the way down. I can't do that no more. If I do, I'm gonna hurt myself. That's how bad my back is, and my neck is. I mean, my neck, my back and my legs. That every time I come down these steps, I go one at a time. Takes me a while to come down the steps. Going up is no problem. It's coming down is a problem because you're coming down on your feet, right? So it's hard. But I honestly, I keep saying it, but I really, really have to, um, you know, I really, really have to go walking every day. But the weather has been so shitty that I just don't want to go out there in that shit. But I'm gonna force myself to, because I like to walk outside. I don't want to be inside on no treadmill. I like to be outside and walk on nature and uneven surfaces and walk on the grass and the concrete. I want to go on like walks where I'm outside and I can, smell the fresh air and things like that. I don't want to be cooped up in my garage on a treadmill. So when the weather gets a little better, I think I'm going to go walking every day for at least 25 to 35 minutes. I'm going to push myself to do it. I have to. So once I start doing that, after like a month of doing it, I'll probably feel so much better. I know I will. The best method for like legs and back pain is to go walking every day. You freeze up all your muscles in your back and shit. And then After I walk for a while, then I'll stretch and stuff. I really gotta push myself to do that. I really, really have to do that, man. In order for me to get better, I gotta fucking push myself. Oh, well, that's good, Dan. So you're not even gonna be in there. You come home that same day. Well, that's not bad, bro. Oh, Tanya. Mm, 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 mm. I can't believe they want that much fucking money for that shit. That's fucking insane, man. That's absolutely nuts. I gotta ask my boy about that. What the heck does that guy sing? I'm just gonna mute my volume because I need to listen to something. Okay. Okay, Tanya. Good night. Take care. You're welcome. No problem. Hmm. I have to check that out to see if that's gonna work. Mm, 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 mm. All right, Dan, take care, brother. Brian, how you doing? Thanks for the super chat. He says, "Is the rock and roll jam session between me?" Let's check. I don't see the jam session happening like like from now until the end of February. It's possible, but there still might be one person like might not make it. You said Paul, Jeff, and my dad are ready to go. Just need to talk to Jeremy. Okay. Well, that's probably why what I got. So I would say there's a chance that from now until the end of February, this can possibly happen. But Jeremy is still on the fence about things. I got one person like reverse steering the card, so that's probably Jeremy. But let me just check something here. I still get a no on Jeremy, man. I still get a no on this guy from now until like February. Yeah. I don't know when you want to have this, but soon I would say no. But I asked from now until February, is this going to happen? It says no. But in March, I'm getting a yes that it can happen. Like Jeremy would do it around that time. So you're probably going to have to wait a while if you want Jeremy in there as well. So if you're planning on having this between now and March, I would say yes. But from now until the end of February, it's still going to be like up in the air for Jeremy. As of right now, that's what it's telling me, that Jeremy still won't be able to probably make it right away. But in March, it seems like it can happen. I know that's, 2 month, a month and a half away, but that's what the cards are telling me. That March will be a better time for all of you to be together. But I would say, see what happens to Jeremy. He might change his mind. He might do it sooner than that. But if you're planning on doing this soon, like within the next 30 days, I would say no. But towards the end of February, going into March, I would say yes. It can happen around that time. But if you can do it without Jeremy, then I would say go for it. But if you need Jeremy, then I would say you won't be able to have it until March. At least as of right now, that's what it says. You're welcome, bro. Sunday. So that's cool. How about what's that later? They said Friday. Okay, so what's today? Tuesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, a couple more days. That's good. All right. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I've been on here for like 2.5 hours now. So I'm going to get going. I'll see you all tomorrow. And have a good night. And I'll be here tomorrow at some point in time.